Welcome to the Minorities Report podcast, the year in Marvel. I'm Antonio Alcazar.
And I'm Jason, Marvel fanboy Technor.
Our newest Marvel fanboy, I like to add.
Yeah, JT, baby. Technor Studios.
He's drank the Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid went down this weekend. Because you know what I watched this weekend, bro?
What did you watch? Did something come out?
Justice League Zack Snyder cut.
And
I
you were
watched it
just
Thursday
like,
night.
oh, this is bad.
I did not like it. And then Friday rolled around. And what did I do Friday? I think I went to work and then I was fucking around.
You didn't? Oh yeah, you did. You don't watch him right away.
No. I'm not an early morning guy.
I woke up on Friday.
Yeah.
I grabbed my phone.
Yeah.
I woke up my girlfriend.
Yep.
And I'm just like, hey, I'm going to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier now if you want to watch it with me. And then she likes it too. So she woke up and she watched it with me. But yeah, that's the very first thing I do as I wake up on Fridays is I watch this shit.
Yeah. And so as everybody knows, we reviewed WandaVision and now we're breaking into Falcon and the Winter Soldier, baby. So going into this, how do you feel about Falcon or Bucky?
Was I excited?
Yeah.
These wasn't.
Characters. No.
I was very tepid on it. Falcon and Bucky are both characters that I don't care so much about. I liked them in relation to the greater universe. So I was always a fan of them.
They're Captain America sidekicks.
Because they were with Captain America, and I like Captain a lot.
Yeah.
So Falcon and Bucky were always cool parts of his movies, but never anything I was interested in. I didn't have too much stock in Falcon or Bucky. So going into that was how tepid I was. I was like, okay, this is going to be fine. You know?
One of my top fives is obviously Winter Soldier.
Uh-huh.
So I love that
as far as the
movie.
movies go,
Yep.
yeah, for sure.
And I like a lot of Civil War.
Sure.
Okay. There's it's like a 2-hour, 20-minute movie, and I think I love about an hour and 30 minutes of it, and then I have Rocky parts, which is mostly like the airport fight scene, a lot of the silly shit.
Sure,
but all the not silly
I like
shit.
that silly shit. Though.
I know, of course you do.
It's supposed to be fun.
It's fine.
In your estimation, it's childish, but I like those fun parts.
It is not childish.
It's juvenile.
Juvenile.
Sure, yeah.
And I find massively enjoyable now.
One of my favorite one of my favorite parts of all of the 10 years of MCU was when Spider-Man grabbed Bucky's arm. Because Bucky goes to punch him. And at this point, you know that Bucky's fucking arm is like...
We saw it earlier in this movie.
Yeah. It's going to rip shit up.
Yeah.
And so when he grabs it and he just like twists it, he's like, oh shit, you got a metal arm. I was just like, oh my God, I love this
So
fucking
here's
movie.
the thing, right? I thought that was hilarious too. And like Bucky's reaction to it, like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
No, I agree. Like things like that were fine. It's just Marvel's good at overdoing it.
Okay,
like if it's just that, or he just does a couple things like that, but he's so overdone. And I get it. He's supposed to be a kid. Either way, I was very excited for this show.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because I love like the more grounded political intrigue sort of level type shit, and I'm really like into that, and I love spy things and things like that. So I was like, yeah, let's do this shit. And we jump into it, and we both watched the Snyder Cut, or you watched this before the Snyder Cut, right?
I watched this before the Snyder Cut.
I watched this after the Snyder Cut.
Oh, okay. So this was like a palate cleanser for
This was a palate cleanser for me, man.
Yeah. You were just like, okay, I just watched some dog shit.
Yeah, we watched the first episode. How'd you feel?
I really loved this first episode.
Okay.
I was very happy. It was almost a breath of fresh air that they made me care about these characters more than I had in the MCU.
Okay.
Like they were just
need
okay.
to.
Yes, well, I mean they needed to, right? They're going to carry this fucking thing. And so they were just like, okay, so here's Falcon and Bucky. I hope you care. And then I did a lot. By the end of it I was just like, dude, yes, I'm so excited about the rest of this fucking continuity.
Interesting.
How about you? Did you have a different reaction?
So I would say that after I watched the Zack Snyder cut, next day I watched this, and I mean, I fucking loved it.
Good. Yeah.
I was okay. I kind of made fun of you on another cast we did for the Snyder Cut cast because of your emotions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but when Falcon was whooping ass in the beginning and flying in and out, dude, I was like so excited. I was just like into it so much, and I was just like almost coming to tears. I loved it so much.
Over it.
Right.
Yeah,
I really love that character. I like that character a lot.
Sure.
And I think
did you when you saw the French guy, were you just like, oh, this fucking dude again? I literally out loud was just like, this fucking dude again.
You know what? And okay, so I knew going into this that this was 51 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, cool! So it's only going to be 6 episodes, but they're going to be longer than WandaVision, so that's cool. Okay. I'm okay with that." Yeah. And so, like,
all in all, it might even have the same runtime now.
I mean, who knows?
51 minutes,
right? I don't know if everyone's going to be
because it was like 28 minutes.
Yeah, and shorter.
What, by like a minute?
Shorter credits.
I swear to God, I saw like a 6 or 7 minute run.
I thought it was like 5.5 minutes.
Okay,
but either way. Yeah. So I love that. I liked. I thought Bucky's stuff was awesome. I love him being in like therapy, trying to get help with himself and whatnot, but also like he's also repenting for the things he did in the past. I loved his
like AA, like getting coming to terms with the people that he's because when he's remembering that shit, I was laughing my ass off. That was really well done.
So here's something that like I gotta put cards on the table. I was also doing other things while I watched it the first time.
Okay, sure.
And there was one thing I didn't like about the show when I watched it the first time. Because he's living next to that Chinese guy. I'm sorry, I don't want to say Chinese guy. He's an Asian guy. I don't want to assume that he's Chinese.
Yeah, I don't. I guess I can't really place what he was.
Yeah,
they spoke in a different language for a moment, didn't they?
Maybe I don't remember that exactly though. Okay. Yeah, but either way, and then it is revealed that his son had died, and then you put quickly 2 and 2 together. Yes. Oh, he's and I thought to myself,
that's coincidental.
That's a little silly.
Yeah, okay.
Walt Disney, you're fucking silly. Then I realized that I was painting an important scene when I rewatched it because he's not coincidentally living near that guy. He's repenting for the things so now I'm like, never mind, I love literally everything. Literally fucking everything.
Yeah. That was my issue with it too. Yeah. Just like, he's just randomly the guy's dad, and for sure. Yeah.
And I like the fact that we're dealing with like, because like after Endgame and then WandaVision. Okay, so I want to talk about a couple of things I loved. Loved Rhodey being in it. Even if that's the only point, because it grounds the show in the MCU. That's something Scarlet Witch never did.
Well, not with big characters. Yeah,
right.
For sure,
You had, you had
characters you didn't give a shit about.
Darcy and Johnny Woo are not even characters to me.
Yeah.
This is literally a person who's been in many Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Not TV.
Big character, dude. It's a big character.
Exactly. Yeah. Darcy was in 2 movies. It's one of the
Avengers.
Johnny Woo was in 2 movies, and they were barely
not
in those
Avengers.
Movies. You're right. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, War Machine is literally an Avenger, and he has a TV show coming. So it's even.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Armor Wars.
Oh,
so
Armor Wars.
It's his show.
Okay,
yep. So he's going to be the main character, and I love that actor too.
I don't know. Don Cheadle's getting old.
I don't give up, dude.
I'm just saying, like, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans. At some point, they needed to retire because they were not gonna, especially RDJ, was getting a little old to be doing this stuff. And I feel like every single time I see Don Cheadle, he looks older.
Really?
I'm always just like, dude, how many more years are you gonna be putting the suit on? You know, like that's
I don't know, man.
Asking a lot of an older
actor, boom. You looking for this every day of the week for me?
Sure,
I love it, man.
Yeah.
So also. And I don't want to get too... I'm allowed to do this here because we are the Minorities Report podcast.
Okay, yeah.
They have 2 African-American actors that are good actors, and Anthony Mackie and Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
And I really can enjoy them giving shows and pieces to these characters as well. Like
there was
the thing,
a
dude,
huge amount of Black and African American presence in the show, in way more than I think I've seen in any
and that's
superhero
nice,
property.
And here's the thing, like I want to make it clear because like people like take things the wrong way when you like Black Panther. Okay, blah blah blah. Right? Like here's the thing, dude. I love fucking Iron Man and I love Captain America as well. I love all that shit. It's just nice to also have characters that are like myself being the main stage of something, and you can enjoy it just like I enjoy Iron Man.
Representation feels cool. You know?
Exactly.
We still don't have any Hispanic characters. It hurts me.
That's fucking you're right.
It hurts me.
I mean, the closest thing was that clown ass fucker in Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's the only Hispanic character so far.
That's ridiculous.
So, like, at some point, it'd be cool to get a little representation. I'm not complaining about it, but when there is a Hispanic superhero, I'm gonna be like, just because it feels cool to see a little bit something that's a little closer to who you kind of identify as. On the screen. Now, again, I gotta really reiterate. I'm not complaining that there isn't one right now. You know,
right,
like,
of course. I wouldn't complain if there was no black character.
I can't. I'm not going to say that I don't like the fucking MCU because of this. This has been one of the coolest things that's happened in my life, you know. But it's like representation does feel nice. You know? One of the reasons that I like the Thousand Sons is because they're brown. You know, like that just kind of feels a little closer to home in a way.
Right.
Not that I don't like anything else or that I like them exclusively because they're brown.
Right. Yeah,
I also love the fact that they're fucking sorcerers.
Yeah.
But them being brown has like a cool kind of feel to it. And so representation is powerful. You know, it feels nice to see a little bit of yourself up on the big screen.
Absolutely.
So, like, you know, when you have a cast that is so predominantly black African American, it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. It just feels nice to see a little bit of yourself up there. You know?
Yeah, you know, and it's okay. So I realized that I have something to me, okay, because like, you know, my old lady's white, and like it is what it is, and like I've dated all kinds of different people from around, but I've only dated a couple black chicks, okay, and like. I was watching, and this is a side note, and I'm sorry, we love doing this on the show, but like...
Getting in the weeds.
Last week, we watched Coming to America 2 on Amazon. It was on Amazon, right? And do you ever see the original?
I never saw the original.
It'll be on our list. So it's a classic.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know what I have seen? I've seen Trading Places.
Yes. This is like, okay, so Eddie Murphy is... and a prince from Africa.
I'm aware of the premise,
So he meets his wife, you know, and everything like that. And so this part 2 is about him and his wife back in his old country, and they have children and everything like that. And there's like, dude, there are like these powerful black women in this movie that are like these, you know, powerful like warrior women, and I'm like, God damn, that's hot. And like,
well, how do you feel about?
I was just gonna say, I remember watching Black Panther and thinking Okoye was fucking gorgeous. I was just like, holy shit, this woman is beautiful. Like, goddamn, bald head, everything, man. I was just like, gorgeous, dude. And so I was like, I might have to go back to the motherland, maybe, and do myself, you know. But no, for real though, like, it's just cool, man, to have like more representation is a good thing. And it
just feels nice when you haven't had it.
Yes.
I can imagine.
And like Rhodey's been around since the first Iron Man movie, so we should make that
that's
clear.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Like,
he's a sidekick ever since then, right? Yeah.
I always like to frame it in that if it was only like brown people for forever, then I'd be like, why does it matter?
Right.
You know, like, who gives a shit? But when it's not any, it kind of feels cool when there is one, you know?
And then I can understand why, like, I understand why a white person who's only been around white people their entire life is like,
why does it matter?
What is the difference? Or
Have you ever not had that?
Right, exactly.
Because it feels cool when you see
doubt. And then it made me, like, here, you know, a thing that, again, we love the weeds. When I went to, like, you know, Star Wars and whatnot, and all the problems with Rey and everything else and all this shit, and like Finn and all this, and I had some of those problems too. And then I went to Star Wars Celebration Chicago.
Yeah.
And dude, like, there were so many women dressed up like Rey, things for Rey. And it was like a dawning moment to me, like, dude, fuck people who hate Rey. Yeah. Like, I get it if you don't like her or whatever, right? Yeah. But to somebody, that's their hero. Yeah. Like, and Captain Marvel, I feel the same way. Like, I've come to like Captain Marvel more and more. And like, I have a small problem with Brie Larson's representation of her, but I don't care about that. But like, Shuri, Okoye, you know, Black Panther, all these characters are somebody's hero. Dude.
I like that most people are just like, I can't even remember his name.
Sure.
Cassian Andor.
Sure, yeah.
And he's Mexican.
Yeah.
He's like an actual Mexican guy. Diego Luna is a cool Mexican actor. I don't know if I like Cassian Andor because he's Mexican.
No,
but I do remember thinking, I like that guy.
Yeah, well, it's one of those.
And
things,
a lot of people
are
just like, I don't even remember anybody's name in that movie, and I'm just like, I remember that guy's name.
Yeah, they're not Star Wars fans. Star Wars fans all know it.
I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I like that guy.
Yeah, exactly, man. And it's just cool to fucking have that kind of shit. Like,
I think it makes a small difference.
It
makes a small difference.
It definitely does.
It's not going to replace good character design, good acting. It's not going to replace
Captain
good story.
America.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly.
We like Thor.
I like all of that stuff.
Right, exactly.
But it does make
like there's no one more white than Thor, and I love me some Thor, bro.
For sure.
Like,
yeah, for sure.
So it's one of those things. It's just like, come on, man. But either way, you know, the villain start here is a little rocky. But they're just building it, obviously. Yeah. So I'm not like hating on it too much or anything like that. And knowing that this is only going to be 6 episodes lets me know this is going to be a precise storytelling.
Yes.
And it's going to be.
Or it better be.
Right.
Yeah.
And I do like the stuff with Anthony Mackie, Falcon's sister and everything like that. Yeah. Because it's cool to like be thrown in, because we didn't really get this as much with Scarlet Witch because of the complications of the situation, but like characters affected by the snap and being gone while other people around them weren't gone. We dealt with that a little bit with Monica, right. We dealt a little bit with that because she was like fish out of water because of the 5-year thing. But it's cool to have like now Falcon. And like the complications of like, well, we're just superheroes. We don't get paid for this or anything like that.
I'm just trying to get alone, dude.
Right, exactly. I'm just trying to get some help here because like it's not like Tony Stark gave us a bunch of money and shit.
And that was and even if he did, Tony Stark is dead.
Right.
And the Avengers facility has been destroyed into the ground.
Yes.
By the way, saving the fucking world. Yeah. So maybe throw me a fucking bone and give me a loan and nothing. You know?
No, that's a comment. That is a comment on veterans and things of that nature.
Yeah, veterans in the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, like a world affecting atrocious shit can happen, and the bank's like, yeah, but we're a bank, bro. So
we gotta make our money too, bro.
Yeah, like and that was hard to watch, I think. Like it was hard to watch because I really honestly felt the situation that they were in. That sense of poverty and that sense of not being able to do anything about it, and that sense of being turned down even by people who are being really nice to you.
Yeah.
That's a very real feeling, and it was hard to watch that.
Yeah.
It made me care about the Falcon. Like I said, I went into the show not giving a shit about the Falcon or Bucky, and them
one episode and you're already there.
Yeah, them going through relatable shit. You know, Bucky's shame and his need to like deal with his mental health in a positive way, and Falcon's economic situation. Both of those things are so fucking real and relatable that I was just like, okay, yeah, man, give me more superhero show like this. You know, like I'm happy to see more of it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I thought overall, I'm ready to rock and roll. I thought the scenes with Bucky and the Asian girl and whatnot were a little. They were just, they got to drop a little bit of a love story. You know what was probably one of the most problematic scenes of the show?
Yeah.
Was, so Falcon, what is his actual character name?
What do you mean?
He's got Sam.
Oh, Sam.
So
yeah,
Sam
Sam
and his sister go to talk about the loan. Mm-hmm. Then they come back to get the jambalaya to deliver to people. Yeah. Like, dude, that's gross. Like, that jambalaya should have been delivered before you went to go to the bank because that was definitely sitting in that hot sun.
I've never had jambalaya. I don't know how it needs to be kept.
Oh, bro, jambalaya is delicious, but it's got like seafood and shit and sausage, and you can't just have that fucking shit.
I can't eat it then.
You could get
seafood.
There's other types of jambalaya and stuff like that too, so you don't have to.
They didn't have it like any cooler. I can't remember.
No, it was just in the back of the truck.
Yikes! They were in that fucking place for like 2 hours.
Right, exactly. Like, that's disgusting, dude. Fuck, man.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
But yeah. So overall, I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. Hopefully, we get some more development. Obviously, Zemo is going to show up at some point in time soon.
I mean, he's the big bad.
Right, exactly. So that's clearly what it's building up to. I hope
he's a really cool big bad too. Yeah.
You know what worries me a little bit?
Oh, what did you think of the captain? Cap or whatever his name is going to be.
Oh, of course. So whatever.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I like the actor who's playing.
Who is that? Because I keep hearing about it.
So that's Kurt Russell's son.
Oh, sure. I've seen him in Overlord. That's right. Yeah. Okay, cool.
He was also in an episode of Black Mirror that I really liked. One of my favorite episodes of Black Mirror. He was the main character in that one. And so, I think he's going to do a good job. I think his face looks really silly in the mask.
Of course it does. Because he's got a square-ass face, man.
Yeah, he's got a nose that under a mask looks very funny. Without the mask, he looks like a normal dude. But with the mask, there's something about what the mask does to his face that cuts it in a weird way. So when they revealed him, I was just like, that Captain America's got a silly-ass
Nice. Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm really excited to see what they do with him because the trailers have shown Sam.
I don't know any about this.
Well, you've seen that in some of the trailers, Sam is throwing around the shield, like in his backyard or whatever.
Yep.
So at some point, I feel like they're probably going to be buddy talking. So we'll see if he's a villain or a good guy. But I feel like the show.
I don't think he's going to be a villain at any point.
The show is making me want to not like him.
Well, of course, because he's corporate Captain America.
Yeah, but So then what is he?
Right.
Is he a bad guy? Is he a
No,
good guy?
I think they're gonna use him like.
Is he a sword operative guy? You know,
think,
no.
I think
like the sword director.
Gotcha.
Like is he like some shit eater that I'm supposed to not root for?
I don't think that's the case. I think it's just like he's gonna be like. Remember Captain America in the first movie when he's selling war bonds? That's kind of what I think they're doing with this character. Like he has no superpowers or anything like that.
Oh no, I think he's gonna be a super soldier.
Really?
Yeah. I think that he's gonna be a super soldier.
God, I hope you're right because that's interesting if that does happen.
Well, I mean, and there were a lot of things that I got wrong.
Sure.
Like for instance, I thought that they were gonna be running from the law.
Yeah.
Law. Yeah, they it turns out that they just got full pardons.
Yeah, well, right, of course, because they saved the world.
Yeah, okay.
So
good for them.
And Sam's doing moon stuff.
Sam's doing moon stuff.
Yeah. You know what this feels so Russo. I know it's not directed by the Russos, but it feels so Russo to me because it had just the right amount of comedy. Like it just had just the perfect amount of comedy.
Man.
I don't hate comedy. I hate when it's overdone.
Somebody tells you a joke, they better fucking watch out.
Right. I'm gonna literally they'll be like, say something, funny or like drop a pun on me or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just taking off my top hat, Bill the Butchering.
All right, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode.
We'll be back at it next week with episode 2. We're really excited about this. This show is off to a good start. I will definitely say that.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, everybody. Have an awesome week. See you next week for another Year in Marvel.
We oughty.